So this is Lugano, and we've just stopped for a break, and we just heard John Claypole's pass his exams, so well done, John.
This is the beginning of your
And this is
filming.
the first filming of the holiday, and Hannah's turned her back on the camera as usual. Hey Posh, turn around and say hello. Give us a glint of your
mouth.
Your mouth, because it'll be for history, you know. It's, oh, look at all that metalwork.
Down with the tooth coming out in Lanzarote.
That's right, yeah, exactly. So, anything to say, Mrs. Ball, so far, your usual commentary on the start of the holiday?
The food's been good so far,
Yeah.
and the coffee, okay.
Lucerne was nice last night.
It was brilliant, and I'm hoping you're going to offer me a coffee as soon as possible.
Oh right, oh well, she's always disappointed, this woman.
No, it's brilliant, it's lovely, really, really relaxing, fantastic scenery, and lots of tunnels through the mountains. We've just been through the St. Gothard Pass, and because my foot's out of action, Peter's doing all the driving, as usual.
And you're trying not to navigate.
I'm trying very, very hard. But I've got to have a satellite navigation system for my birthday, I think.
Donald in the kitchen. Hi Donald.
Good morning, all.
He couldn't find any bread, so he's having his Scotch potted jorts this morning. Or muesli or some other such thing.
It is, all the way from Scotland, genuine muesli.
Stops you getting bowel cancer and stuff like that. All cheerful stuff.
And this is why Peter's not having any, because he's not worried about getting bowel cancer.
Oh, I eat so much roughage you won't believe. Donald in the kitchen. Hi Donald.
Good morning, all.
He couldn't find any bread, so he's having his Scotch potted jorts this morning. Or muesli or some other such thing.
It is, all the way from Scotland, genuine muesli.
Stops you getting bowel cancer and stuff like that. All cheerful stuff.
And this is why Peter's not having any, because he's not worried about getting bowel cancer.
Oh, I eat so much roughage you won't believe. It's the terrace. Walk down here. Turn towards the right. You'll see the hall area, and in the background we have the mountains at the pool, and you can see the mountains in the background. If I come round here, you'll see the house. I'll zoom in to the area we just come from. Parked because it's really difficult getting up the drive, so Donald and I decided to park down there, and basically where we've come from is right down there at the bottom, and you can see part of the windy road. That's how good the road is. That's really good road. It gets considerably worse as we go down. Coming up the drive, on the front door, and on the left we have the games room and garage. And again, if I walk over here, you'll see the view out across the valley. And there's a factory or something down there, but we don't hear anything from it. Dogs, an occasional train, car, that's all. A better view of the the house from up where the drying lines are.
Brilliant. So we're the coffee addicts.
We're the coffee addicts at this end.
Great.
Right. What's the difference between red milk and blue milk?
That's the semi-skim.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
I see. Fine. He's enjoying himself with technology here.
Should get the 3 little arrows moving across the top right.
I took photographs. I wanted to make sure that something is okay.
Okay, so this is the non-scary bit.
The trouble is holding it steady. I have a suspicion it might wobble so much.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Then they'll get sea vertigo as well as seasickness. I mean seasickness as well as vertigo when they're watching.
Of course, what you can
Right,
just
we know
do
what
is
you mean.
pan gently down into the valley and show you a huge
gently,
gap.
was it?
Just because you're tripping over everything,
I
Jacqueline,
know,
doesn't mean you've got to
just
be rude about
saying.
Donald.
What's perhaps it's because it's a strange environment. I'm so clumsy. I'm dropping the loose seat, squirted the water in the bathroom again this morning. I've decided, you know that shower head
Yes.
makes the gas thing go out.
Oh, I didn't use it when I washed my hair. I went in their shower. I used their shower.
I don't use that thing to rinse my hair, but I do to rinse out the bath afterwards. And then
This
I
works
use
in
it.
miraculous.
No, I have to do it on a cold rinse. If you
Good evening, officer.
wash the bath,
What do you mean over 30 miles an hour? It says -5 on my screen.
water around, you're all right.
yes.
Sorry? No. Donald and
What are you
Dad's,
doing?
the boys. The boys.
You don't shower?
No.
No, I use theirs.
This is the bad bit over here. You have to look down over here.
Unfortunately, I'm in the wrong position to do so.
Not
Yeah.
there. He's doing
We'll
very
just let
well.
Peter do his.
He's doing very well.
Decided when we get to the bottom, I'm going to go up the hill and turn around and come back down again.
Yes. Yes, I think it's a bit easier on the car.
Yeah.
The girls will see the church.
First gear all the way.
Absolutely.
So it's a nice drive. This is how not to sell the property.
That's right. What would the estate agents describe this? A unique opportunity to.
A unique approach.
Yes, a unique approach to a beautiful property.
Yes.
Best attempted with a good quality 4-wheel drive Range Rover.
Yes.
And given the price of the property, if you haven't got the Range Rover, you can't afford the property.
Sharp left here. They put a tree in the way to stop you going straight on.
That's right. Don't
Tree.
worry. Yes,
That's
that's
cesspit.
Is it? Oh, right, okay. That's wonders. Aircon
I
on.
smelled it yesterday.
Maximum.
It's a bit rich. Those fir cones are extraordinary.
Yeah, those coming home. Good evening, officer.
Decorations for Christmas time. We'll collect more of them.
I think the
On the
trick
top
coming
road.
up the hill.
Yeah. Wash your eyes.
No.
Yeah.
Before we make the turn, it might be. You know how there's a feed off to the
Attach several
right-hand
rooms
side.
together
Yeah,
and
pull in there
And reverse,
They're
do a
very
sort of,
high.
you do a reverse
Very
round the corner, do you follow what I mean?
Yeah.
And then back up the road a few
Just along
yards.
there.
Hey, you know, I'm happy to go up the hill and come down again.
Yes, yeah, I'm not sure, it's quite a long way.
Yeah, no, but, well, yes, it's all
That's
there.
neat.
Okay.
Oh God, that's a bit steep, isn't it? It's equally steep. Yes,
So
you need
say
to,
I
yes, I
think we
need
go
to.
straight on.
Yes, you can't do a reverse on there, that's no damn good either.
Are you
Sorry,
going to go
that's
up to the church?
I'm going to go up to the. Just going to go up here a bit and do a 3-pointer or
Here?
something.
Wonder what? Oh, no, there's a ditch there.
Now, if you press the red button by your right.
And there are two big round concrete bollards stuffed under one side.
In the frame. It's amazing light definition, isn't it?
Lovely. Actually, it's too small for it, isn't it?
More porcini.
Here, look, cigarettes.
The answer to that is probably the competitive spirit of building Gothic arches like the ones in the nave. See that one there? Or the ones overhead in the side chapels. To build these, you use a wooden template, the shape of the arch, and you build up from either side, and a keystone in the top gives the arch balance. And then when the stones are cemented in place, you can take out the template. You can't do that for a huge dome though, because the wood would be far too expensive. This dome is 3,600 metres square. It really is that vast, so the wood would be far too heavy, far too expensive, and that method wouldn't work anyway, because it's very hard to build a dome at equal rate on all sides. So much for Northern Europe, been them for the moment, and the only person with any bright ideas about how to construct this dome was Filippo Brunelleschi, who was a Florentine goldsmith, architect, mathematician, Renaissance man in every sense of the word. And the only problem with him was he wouldn't tell anyone how he planned to build the dome. He merely maintained that he knew how it was to be done. And eventually the committee called him before them and pestered him to give him some idea how he thought the dome should be built. And eventually Brunelleschi said, "Bring me an egg, and the one of you that can make this egg stand upright on a marble tabletop will know how to build the dome." And so, times being what they were, and them, the committee being quite desperate by that point, they fetched an egg and they all tried to make the egg stand upright on the tabletop. And of course it wouldn't stand upright, eggs also being what they are, and eventually they said to Brunelleschi, well, please tell us how you make this egg stand upright so we know how to build the dome. And Brunelleschi, according to his biographer, who's called Giorgio Vasari, and who is the artist of the frescoes in the dome, and also a great gossip, according to Vasari, Brunelleschi took the egg, smashed it in half, and set half upright on the tabletop. And the committee, of course, were outraged because they've been trying to make the whole thing stand up for so long. And so they said to him, Pipo, why didn't you tell us that you were going to do that? They always called him Pipo because he was short, called Filippo. And Brunelleschi said, well, then you'd know how to build the dome. And that was obviously a very bad idea from his point of view. He did actually build a model in the end, so he did succumb to their pestering. And if you have time to visit the Museum of the Duomo, the Museo dell'Opera del Duomo, which is at that end of the piazza, number 9, and that's also where you'll find Michelangelo's Pieta, which is no longer in the cathedral, it's there, and so is Donatello's Mary Magdalene.
Giotto's town. I'm filming here.